Just a note about sacred history. A lot of times we think about history as starting at the beginning, with the creation of the world and moving forward like that. But the Church has always said that when we look at history, it's rather like Jesus is the center of history. That his coming was like that pebble that's dropped into a pond, and then history makes its way outward. It makes a difference when we read a first reading like this, because it makes more sense that what happened with Isaac is not that Jesus was imitating him, but rather Abraham and Isaac were imitating what was going to be happening with Jesus. It was working backwards. That Jesus came and chose Mount Moriah on which to die, because we know that the mountains of Moriah was where they built the Temple of Solomon, which is where Jesus died, the city of Jerusalem. And here, this is also where Abraham was going to sacrifice Isaac, the faith of Abraham. That we look back and we say, Abraham and Isaac were a type, in the typology, a symbol, a sign of what was going to happen with Jesus. As this beloved son, take your son Isaac, your only one, whom you love. We hear those words of the Father in the Transfiguration and the baptism. You are my son, my beloved. And he goes to the land of Moriah, to the place where the temple was built, the city of Jerusalem these days, and you shall offer him as an offering. And there they go, and then he has Isaac take the wood up this hill. And we can see Jesus carrying his cross. Also, just to note, this means Isaac ain't like 5 years old. We're not talking about a few sticks here. We're talking about a lot of wood. So he is a strapping young man facing his father, who's well over 100 at this point. So if Isaac did not want to give himself freely, I'm sure he could have knocked his father out and ran away. So this was a free gift as well from Isaac's perspective. So we look at this and we see, okay, here's the typology. Isaac is a symbol preparing what's going to happen. Also, the faith of Abraham. But here's what really struck me. After Abraham is ready to do everything, the angel of the Lord stops him and says, do not do the least thing to him. And listen to these words. Now I know how devoted you are to God, since you did not withhold from me your only beloved son. If Isaac is Jesus, and Abraham symbolizes the Father, now listen to these words. Now I know how devoted God is to you, since he did not withhold from you his only beloved son. God, so devoted to you, to me. This is the love. We think about the sacrifice Abraham had to make and how devoted he was to God. How much more is God devoted to you and to me, that he would not withhold his only beloved son so that we could have life. May we ponder this for the rest of our lives. How devoted God is to us. How much love he has, that he would give his only son so that we could be with him forever.